We know that vulnerability to death is more than 1,000 times more likely to the old and to the infirmed as opposed to the young. And that is why a strategy of focused protection is the only way forward. And these are the words of Dr. Martin Kulldorff, who is one of the members of the Great Barrington Declaration. He himself is a Harvard medical doctor, and he will be joining us tomorrow on the show to talk about this concept of protecting those that are vulnerable, but allowing everyone else to continue living their lives. It's almost essential for this term of herd immunity, something we first heard spoken of by Sir Patrick Vallance about 8 months ago in this country, but it was soon rubbished off and we went into this full lockdown. And Dr. Kulldorff says that a full lockdown or doing nothing both have inherent problems. The full lockdown just pushes the problem down further into the future because he says everyone ultimately being exposed to this virus is unavoidable. So you can look at some of the situations like in Australia where the cases have dropped to nearly zero, or apparently in China, but that is not sustainable long term because this virus will find its way around the world. On the same note, he says that if you try to just allow everyone to get exposure, it's too dangerous for those that are older and that are infirm. And so you have to use this concept of focused protection. He also goes on to say so many things that contradict the mainstream media and our leaders and our governors' ideas. First of all, he said, of course, more tests are going to cause more results. And he says to a medical professional, cases mean nothing. He said what you want to look at is three numbers. First of all, hospitalizations. Next of all, you want to look at is mortality. But even more importantly, you want to look at excess mortality. Because as we go into flu season right now, everyone who dies and happen to have a positive COVID test is going to be classified as a COVID death. And so the excess mortality is something that you really need to look at. The doctor's going to talk more about what's happening in Sweden and how we really have to get in our minds this way of, as opposed to eliminating the disease, finding a way to control it. And that's what we're going to talk about. Again, this idea of focused protection, which could get all of us back to work now. Matter of fact, he says it's important and crucial that we all get back to living our lives and acting as normal. So I'm super excited to talk to Dr. Martin Kulldorff tomorrow. The Great Barrington Declaration, a lot of truth, a lot of knowledge that's happening right there, out there right now about these ideas. They need to be studied. They need to be embraced. And again, we have to look at what's going on here because we're having a total lack of leadership. We're having a disproportionate response to the virus and a total lack of science-based decision-making. These are top scientists from this declaration, from Stanford, from Harvard, from Oxford, and they're coming up with really intelligent ideas about how we can move forward. Locking down an entire country right now, costing us £2 billion per day, based on data that doesn't make any sense, is not the way forward. Unfortunately, the Great Barrington Declaration has been buried in our search engines, also known as agenda engines, and so you won't have heard much about it, or you'll have heard it rubbished. And that's why we're having them on the show tomorrow to talk more about it. Leave your comments below. Tell me what you think. Share this video to someone who's going to know. We'll be streaming live tomorrow on London Real, 2 p.m. UK time, speaking to the doctor and finding out more answers about how we can move forward, get London back to work, get everyone back to school, get this world functioning again, and find a way of living with this disease, finding a way of controlling it, not eliminating it, because that's impractical. It's not possible, and we need to stop pushing that narrative because it's driving everything here into the ground. Again, leave your comments below, and thank you very much.